If you have the paid version of ChatGPT, you probably would have seen that there's a brand new feature in it called GPT Canvas. If you don't know, let me show you it and let me show you what you can do with it. It's quite amazing. Within the drop down of the model selection, you're going to see a new one below GPT 4.0 called GPT 4.0 with Canvas. The first time you click it, there's not too much of a difference, but the magic starts when you actually start typing things out. Let's ask it to write a blog about the impacts of Google's search generative experience. And once it starts doing the blog post, you can see that something else opened up. This is our new Canvas experience, a little bit like Claude artifacts, but also not so much like it. I've got here now a component where I can go back and forth with GPT in a much more collaborative manner. For example, I can write directly on what GPT just wrote for me. As you can see here, that's pretty cool. I wasn't able to do that before. I can also ask ChatGPT about that certain section. For example, edit or explain. I can say, write this in emojis only. We'll get to that in a second. And you can see that it's just editing that version there, which is quite nice. Before, I would have to go and ask GPT to write just the introduction again, but it would write the whole thing again, which is really, really cool. There's also some other things and more usable aspects. If you go down to the bottom right corner, you see these brand new menu items. We've got suggest edits, adjust the length, reading level, add the final polish, and add emojis again. Now, let's reverse. You can also go back to the previous version. Remember, we just added emojis there, but I want to take them out. I'm going to go the restore to this version here and play around with the other components here. The suggest edit is going to read what through what it has already written and add suggestions on what I think how you can improve this document. Really cool. If you have a website and you have old blogs, I recommend you paste the blogs here and click that feature, and it'll quickly tell you how you can improve those blogs. I like it. Then we can actually choose or not to choose to go with the recommendations. Let's approve the first one and see what happens. Let's go apply it, and it should just change that output and nothing else. Fantastic. It's a little bit like Google Docs in the fact that you can add comments and documentations, but it actually then acts out on the comments. It's really nice. But if you don't like a suggestion, you just click the X button and it won't make that recommendation, and you can go and read the rest here. Really cool attributes there. What else can we do? Well, we can adjust the length by this little slider. So if we want to make it longer, we click longer, and you see here that it should start rewriting the entire thing to make it a lot longer. Now remember, when it comes to an SEO perspective, longer doesn't necessarily mean better. That's what she said. What really matters is the context of the content. Meaning, for example, if you're writing about how to make a piece of toast, well, you can probably cover it in 500 words and that is it. You don't need to write 3,000 words about it. But if you're writing, let's say, about actual rocket science, then